I'm on. Okay, hold on. Okay, you should be getting video. Okay, I'm getting video. Uh, yeah. Okay, check your sound. How the sound looks. Or what I'll do, I'll keep the sound in the green then. All right. Okay, good. You can hear me. You can see anything coming up on your stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Uh-huh. Okay, no problem. Call me and let me know. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. two, 1 2. 1 2. 1 2. 1 2. Who have the, Andrea, the paper? Okay.
Saints. We are at the Mahico playing field, where Mahico will be taking on All Saints. All Saints are in the field. And just about to see the first ball. And just about to see the first ball. The wind is a bit high, but we'll cope. And
Just turn.
yes, so we're here again at the Mahico playing facilities where they're coming up against All Saints. And we're looking at umpire Miller now is waving to the scorer, indicating that they're ready. Baltimore, is waving to the scorer, indicating that they're ready to get the ball rolling. And Andrew Samuel will be opening the ball, just tying the shoelace for a bit. And these two teams are just coming off a win last week, and so we'll see who are eager enough to continue that winning ways. Oh, that's Malik. Will be opening the ball from the top end, and it's slashing down to third man, and it's fielded, fumbled a bit, running for the second, good running, fumbled by Lee, down to a bit wide in third man area, and they run 2. So there's a fine leg, a square leg, a mid wicket, a mid on, a slip, mid off, cover, extra cover, third man for All Saints, Malik with the second delivery into Benjamin. Deliver a delivery that was back of length, and he just stabbed it. Oh, it's Brandon, John Baptist. Brandon, John Baptist, and Donna opening for Mahico. We're watching Malik. And abandon the run, and so there's a dead ball signal by Baltimore, and so Malik will have to go back to his bowling mark as he runs down from an angled position. Oh, good delivery, that one really raised from a good length, and played well by Brandon. Just pulled the ball inside the line, and went through to Mussington, taken nicely behind the wicket, and there's no run. So the score is 2 without loss. Mahico taking the first knock, and watching from an angled run. Malik, good swan, popped again. And they run for a cheeky single, and so the score moves on by 1 to 3. Mahico batting first. Delivery that was a good length and pops a bit, and Brandon played it well in the end, and so he survived. They got to run in the extra cover point region. So there's a fine leg. Backward of square, mid wicket, mid on, mid off, mid on, cover, extra cover, slip, a third man, and Donna is now poised to Good delivery, a bit fuller in trajectory, and forward in defense is Donna, and there's no run. And there's coming into the commentary booth is Colin James, and in a few he'll introduce himself, but we're watching Malik down to that ball that's we have good length, defended nicely, and that's the end of the first over. 3 without loss, Mahico. And as we were saying earlier, these two teams are coming off of a win. I think All Saints beat the Crushers. And Bournemouth versus were a meager 69. And Mahico beat Rice and Son.
Well, good afternoon to you, Abdi. Good afternoon to listeners. It's a pleasure to be here at the Clare Hall School ground and once again be a part of the Parish League, ACB, Caribbean Parish League experience with the Thursday League. Now a T20 tournament starting last week. So Parish League continued to move with the trend of cricket development, not only in Antigua but across the world. And sometimes Parish League is first in terms of innovations and inventions when it comes to cricket administration in Antigua and Barbuda. So good afternoon to you, Abdi. Good afternoon to our listeners and viewers, and happy to be here.
Yes, good afternoon, Colin. Good to be in the company once again. And you made reference to Clare Hall playing field, but it's more Mahico playing field in the weekend aspect of it.
Yes, I was questioning myself when I said Clare Hall playing field because it's so adjacent to the Clare Hall school, and should have known better that it's Mahico.
Right.
And that's a household name in Antigua, has been around for years.
Right.
Do they still have the steel band here?
Yes, they do.
Great. All good for culture and sports.
As Lee picking up the attack from the end, short and cuts a short ball with his Brandon just tugged it up in the air over extra cover for 4. Ball probably is holding up, but he was through the shot a bit early, and he get 4 nonetheless. So the score moves on by 4-7.
That was a deliberate shot by Brandon, the batsman. The ball was short, and he just got on top of it and deliberately played it high, maybe over extra cover instead of maybe going a little bit more square over point or backward point. But 4 runs, that was the end result, and he will be happy with it.
Yeah, as Lee again to Brandon, short. This time he pulls, and 6 runs over for the square, and the result into a savage pull shot by Brandon John Baptist, and he's just coming off of a 69 runs run a ball.
Well, that's poor bowling on the part of Lee. The first delivery was short, wide above stump, and the batsman was able to use the leverage of not only the width but the bat to get it for 4. And then the second one was another short delivery, and this time he was able to pull it away for 6.
So let's see what he does with the third one. This one is fuller, but his bowling was obscured by the non-striker batsman, but he played all around it, and Lee has got the reward. Bowled John Baptist. So he goes for 12, and the score is 13-4-1, and we're in the second over.
That was a very good comeback delivery from Lee. It was a full length, and the batsman was trying to drive, not really getting his foot to the pitch of the delivery, not covering his stumps, and he was beaten with some pace and maybe some outward or inward movement as he went to play that attacking drive. So good wicket for All Saints at this time, because having gone for 10 runs in the previous 2 deliveries and 3 runs coming off the first over, Mahico would have been looking to put some pressure on the bowler Lee, but a good comeback delivery, and John Baptist coming back into the pavilion. A little bit disappointed, but a good wicket for the All Saints team in the context of a T20 game.
Yes, and John Baptist was in the no-nonsense move. He get the ball to hit, and he really capitalized, but a ball that was a bit fuller, probably was waiting to see on the back foot for the shorter delivery, and it was full, and he caught him off guard, and Lee has got the reward. So there's a feeling change here. So we're watching now more of an offside feel. And Colin, it's good to see Sutton back in the playing field. Kenny Sutton from All Saints, very good talent, number 6.
Yes. Seemed to have maybe, don't want to say lost interest, but maybe would have been out of action for a while, and now maybe his mind is where it should be in terms of playing cricket.
As we watch Lee, ball outside the off stump, Benjamin just watch it pass into the hands of Mussington, and the run. So the feeling change for Lee is extra cover under the fence. There's a mid-off, a mid-on, a cover, third man, a slip, a mid-on, mid-wicket, and a short fine leg.
I make a comment about a player who I'm seeing in the All Saints uniform for the first time.
As Lee into Benjamin, and he defends it, fielded into the cover region, and there's no run. Who's that person?
His name is Tinoy Andrew. Known more for football than cricket, but his father, the late Steve Sancho Andrew, was very adept of cricket and football. I think Tinoy plays a bit of softball cricket, so it's nice to see him.
I've seen him play for hardball before, but he doesn't really like it per se, but he didn't do bad. And so as you watch Lee into Benjamin, a full ball, he hits it short down to mid-wicket, and they run a sharp single, and they get it in the end of the over. 14 for 1, Mahico batting first.
Yes, so except for the first 2 deliveries, which went for a 4 and a 6, Lee has come back well with this over. I think he only conceded 10 runs from it eventually.
11 in the
11
single,
eventually,
yeah.
Yes, they got a single, yes. So it would have been a good comeback, not only for Lee, but for the All Saints team itself, and also Coach Daryl Mossoi Thomas, who is sitting on one of the abandoned rollers beyond the boundary, and Lee, who is coming down to the long leg region, is going to will have some words with Coach Daryl Mossoi Thomas. Interestingly, Abdi as well, I see Ian Tittle, who is the coach of the Empire team. He also plays for Mahico in the Parish League. Is that so?
Yes.
So how does he do it? He coaches Empire and then comes to play Parish League, or the players are coaching enough that he could leave them on their own?
We'll deal with that after, as we watch Malik in a full delivery, and Benjamin is stroking it down back to the bowler, and there's no run. But he dealt with both teams.
Was the same team?
He dealt with both teams. So
now it's just my observation how he does it. If he can send me the blueprint, I would certainly love to adopt it.
So we watch Malik into Benjamin, a short delivery outside. It's a no ball now signal by Miller, umpire Miller, and there will be a free hit signal.
Yeah, there's no excuse for Malik Marsden to be overstepping the front crease like that, and for an experienced campaigner and one who would have been coming off a good spell over the weekend in terms of the All Saints match in the ABC today, he should be much more disciplined with his approach to the wicket.
As you watch the free hit, this one is worked into the mid-wicket region, and they run a single.
Well judged single there. It was hit powerfully. The ball was traveling quickly to the fielder, and the batsman ran through while the ball was being traveling to the fielder. Blackman, the fielder in that mid-wicket region. Justin.
1.
Another drive, this time by Donna, and ball going into the offside. No run resulting.
1.
Abdi.
Yeah, bowling into the right areas, and that's all is required. As we watch Malik Marcelin from an angled run, just one is darted in and played forward defensive. The ball will slide off the face into the mid wicket, the square leg region, and they run a single.
One.
And it reminds you of the late Malcolm Marshall from that angle in which Marcelin is running in from.
Yes, he's coming off an angled run. I think he has remodeled his action to some extent. Came in for some criticism on social media about his action in the Cold and Smooth T20. The chance to run out, but
Justin.
Is that Justin Joseph?
Justin, yes, that's Justin. Not Joseph. Yes, Joseph. Justin Joseph.
Yes. Didn't pick up keenly, and as a result, the batsmen were able to get back into their respective creases, and the run was not effective.
Robinson.
Oh, Justin Robinson. Yes, yes. I know there's
17?
a just
17.
a delivery, full pitch, and clipped away up the toes. And 2 runs to the Mahico total. Score should be inching on to the 20s by now. 20-for-1 also. Scorer 20-for-1.
But then come.
Yes, we are beckoning for the score to come a little bit closer so we can have the benefit of the score. Thank you. So, Abdi, Lee will continue from the pavilion end, or should we call it the ACT Radio Shack end. And this is the southern part of the ground. On the northern side, what should we call over there? But Lee moves in to Donna. Donna is driving powerfully. A misfield once again by the All Saints fielder. The batsmen were contemplating a second run, but it was gathered by Andra Samuel and fielding in the wideish long off position, and no run resulting. More wideish mid off than long off, because Lee's a fast bowler, so it would be a little bit of a injustice to have a long off and a long on for a fast bowler. With only we're in the 4th over of this game, and your score moves on by 1 to 21. 21-for-1. This is the 4th over of a 20 overs match in the ACB Caribbean Parish League Thursday League game, and it's a single for Benjamin, as he quickly called Donna for that single. Ball played in the onside, and although the player coming in from mid-wicket was trying to swoop on it, couldn't prevent the single.
Mark Branca,
the fielder. So Van Wyk Burns is having a little difficulty in getting all settled. He has a bag with a lot of documents. You know, he's a match referee at times, so I wonder if he has all those reports that he would normally submit to the ABC and Cricket West Indies and Parish League with him. Another delivery, no run resulting, as the ball went into the offside. Marcelin, a very strongly built athlete is Marcelin. If you were to see Marcelin in a dark alley one evening, you would want to turn back or make sure he doesn't see you, because he might just want to let his presence be felt. Lee to Donna, and Donna is coming inside of the delivery and deliberately turning down the onside, and he will get 2 runs at least. It went past the wicketkeeper, going down to the long leg region, the vacant long leg region, and the umpire is signaling 1 shot, is he? Did I see that signal from the umpire? Scorer, did you pick up that signal? No. So, all being well, it's 2 runs. But it's interesting, Abdi, that there's a 3rd man, and there's at a long leg.
Fine leg?
Fine leg, yes. Any views on that field placing? But
Well, that he should be a bit of a short fine leg, but he's a bit wide. He's making that. They're making that adjustment.
And what about the man on the third?
The third man?
Yes.
I'll be watching the number 8 on Lee's back. This one is driven down the ground by Donna for 4 runs. Beautiful shot. Very well balanced played shot by Donna. And the result is 4. So the score moves on by 4 to
26.
26
for 1.
For 1. Mahico batting first.
So our umpires this afternoon, Bertel Miller, Baltimore. And also the other umpire is Calvin Thomas. So one is a police officer in Baltimore, and the other one is a school bus driver.
I don't know.
So they take care of children in some particular way, shape, form, or fashion. So Lee will continue as the iMobile bus moves into the distance on the northern side of the field. Delivery going down leg side. The batsman complete the second one. Leg by now signaled by umpire Calvin Thomas. 2 leg bys, which takes the score to 30 for 1, with the 4th over just completed. Abdi?
Yeah, there's a good rate run Mahico has been scoring at, and they're running very good between the wicket. My observation, and Benjamin is a very good runner, so he'll be pushing Donna to really get out the blocks.
No doubt these 2 batsmen will be looking to stay there as long as possible, maybe bat until at least the 10th over, and if they are able to do so, go on to maybe the next 5-15 and maybe go right down to 20. But the All Saints team will have other ideas, and the All Saints bowlers will want to get another wicket as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So far it's very even Steven, if I can put it that way. Just about 6 runs and over as Marcelin continues with a new over. This one is flipped away. Full pitch delivery on the toes of the batsman, and he was able to just flick it away backward of square into the boundary for 4, and just close to the fence that separates the Clearhouse School from the Mahico grounds, and Mahico steams on to 34 for 1 in the 5th over. Abdi?
Yes, and
32 for 1.
32 for 1 Mahico, and there's a very beautiful shot played by Benjamin. A full ball was on the spot, and he turns it nicely, and they get the result that he richly deserved. And Colin, I must say, I welcome the adjustment of the T20 versus the 35, which been played for years, and then now if the Parish have taken a different term, which is a very good gesture in my view, because the world is going towards the T20 and T10 now. So get it in line with it is very good in my view. As Marcelin runs from an angled, beautiful delivery, played very well with soft hands and there's an overthrow here, but backed up beautifully by Lee. And they ran a quick single, as I said. Benjamin is going to really call on Donna to get out of his the block, and he's responding nicely. But the feeling was good by Blackman, backed up even brilliantly by Lee at the short fine leg region, and the score moves on by 1 to 33
yes,
for 1.
Yes. Burns is all settled now, and Van Roy, any early observations since you have been here?
Not really. Just studying what I was doing before I look about the observation, but I think everything is good. I think the also seems looking like they're ready to at least tear the Mahico team apart, but Mahico is just fighting back with them.
As we watch Malik, good delivery again, played nicely by Benjamin, just in front of him, nice control shot, and there is no run. So we're in the 5th over, and the score is 33 35 for 1, sorry. And this is good going. And Mahico could have wicket in the bag when the last 10 over to be bowled. Then they could go helter-skelter and look, for a maximum of 170, thereabout.
Yeah.
And back in Sir Viv days, when as a Marcel, beautiful delivery, beaten outside the off stump, taken nicely by Marcington, and there's no run. Normally Colin and Burns back in the Sir Viv days, when the last 10 over has been bowled, normally 90 runs been scored. Around that average, 90 runs always scored in that last 10 overs. Yeah, and there wasn't this mindset of scoring heavily as now. So you have 10 wicket in hand, you have 10 overs to go. You could master 100 plus.
That is so true. That is so true, yeah.
Yeah, so as we watch Marcelin into Benjamin, who's have a low crouch position while he's facing. The one is come off of the pad and they run a leg by, signaled by umpire Baltimore. Hands his hat to Marcelin, then walks to his position at square leg as Calvin walks to his position behind the stump. And Lee is looking now to take up the attack with his third over. So no doubt you will see a bowling change after this over from Lee, which Marcelin has bowled 3. This will be Lee's third.
Yes. So Lee continues around the wicket. No, sorry, over the wicket. For a moment, I was wondering if he was going to change his arm, his boarding arm, and go left-handed. Ambidextrous. That's the term they normally use.
Yeah,
he has me fooled for a moment. So
looking to see if.
But he's a tall right-arm fast bowler. First time I'm seeing him. I'll be your coach, so maybe you can, give us the technical details on his action and his approach.
It's actually he played for.
Yes.
He's been around. He's been around. He's a young lad, but he's been around. He's playing presently for CV Farm, which I'm a part of. And so he approached the crease very strongly.
Emroy Lee.
Yeah, and he's just about to get the ball in the right area. This one is driven down to made off, and a long barrier feeling there by Samuel, but they run a single. It's a bit deep.
When I looked and saw the name M.Y. Lee, quickly a volleyball player came to mind. I think his father, M.Y. Lee as well, maybe senior, played national volleyball. And I'll give you the story as we watch this delivery from M.Y. Lee to Don, and Don is striking this one with all the flair and panache that you can think about, but straight to the fielder on the extra cover boundary, the sweeper as they call him, and only single. So one day I met Mr. Lee, M. Roy Lee, and I was saying to him, you should be still playing volleyball. He said, no, that's my dad who played volleyball. And he runs a little ice cream parlor.
That's him.
Yes, that's the son.
Oh, okay, that's him bowling.
Yes,
That's him bowling.
No, I was when he told me his name was M.Y. Lee, I was saying, are you still playing volleyball? I was saying, no, that was my father.
Okay.
Yeah, I met him at his ice cream parlor in All Saints a few months ago, and there was we had that funny little conversation.
Okay.
He tries again. Only we could take us so far. This delivery again, dead on line, and the batsman coming forward and driving back to the ball. He feels keenly to his own bowling. How would you assess him in terms of his future development, and can he go places? Is he a young lad?
He's 21, and it's all left to these youngsters who wants the game. I don't really think they love it as we want them to love it.
Okay.
The potential is there, the talent is there, but then they don't love it. When you love something, you go for it.
That is true, you know.
Here is he again, short delivery outside off stump. The batsman maybe initially looking to play an attacking shot outside of the off stump, but pulled away from it. Genuflecting while he was pulling away, and the ball going through to the keeper, and that ends the over. At the end of it, the score is Mahico winning the toss and batting first in this ACB Caribbean Parish League Thursday League game, 38-1 after 6 overs.
38-1 after 6 overs.
Yes, that's still good going. There's no need to panic on the part of the Mahico men. And just being reminded that this Thursday League, the Survivorship T20 Thursday League is being sponsored by ACB Caribbean for some 44 years and running.
That's a lot of years.
Yeah, a lot of years.
That's a lot of years.
If there's one sponsor that deserves some sort of national recognition, it's ACB Caribbean.
Yes, that's a lot of years.
And I like to make the equation, Burns and Colin, that there are not many relationships are lasting that long.
You're right. Yeah,
so when this can
human and otherwise,
yeah.
About in change from the far end, Andrew Samuel, one of the veterans of the All Saints team. He's into the attack, coming off a short run, but a whippy action, and the Donna driving up to Marcelin in that shortest extra cover region, and no one resulting. Samuel again, the ball is driven back to him on the bounce, and he was able to take somewhat of evasive action and just kill the ball with both hands, goalkeeper fashion, and no run resulting. Why is that mobile boss still with us?
Because they're watching.
They're looking some publicity.
He's watching the game.
Samuel to Donna. Donna is playing the Chinese cut, or attempted to drive and getting it off the inner portion of the bat, and the boss just squeezed in between him and the stumps. Luckily for him, he didn't hit the stumps, and going to a shortish long leg, and a single resulting for the Mahico team. They move on to 33.
36.
39, and we're in the 7th over, is it?
Yeah.
And scoring rate is not good for the Mahico team, as they would have wanted, just hovering over 5 runs and over. If my mathematics are correct, driven away by Benjamin.
Brilliant fielding
there by Marcelin, and he had a shy of the stumps at the non-strikers, and had he struck them, the batsman would have gone bar the shouting. So another single for Mahico. They move on to 40. They're into the 40s now. 40 for 1, and this is over number 7. 7 of 20. ACB Caribbean Thursday League game. So Vivian with this Thursday League, we should also get who's this tournament is named in honor of. And this is what, the 42nd season of the Thursday League? Started somewhere in the 1980s. 82. So this is 41 years of
that's a lot of years,
Thursday League. Yes. I can remember the days when, just about every ground in Antigua on a Thursday afternoon had a game.
That is so true. Yeah.
It was that time when Antigua ruled the roost, not only in the Leeward Islands, but probably the Caribbean in terms of cricket. And one of the late organizers of Parish League, Fitzroy Brand, was making the point that no one in the world played more cricket per capita than Antigua and Barbuda.
Yep.
And he was right. Yeah.
And back in those days, the Mecca for cricket those days, especially Thursday League, well, in general, Parish League was factory. The sugar factory ground with
Antigua Sugar Factory ground.
With the pavilion behind, the bowl is all running from factories end.
Yes.
And the commentary was being broadcast over the air all around the leewards.
Certainly.
And he was
maybe as far as we have, well, not far, maybe even in Barbados as well, because Barbadians are very ardent followers of cricket anywhere, and wherever they can hear or watch a cricket game, they will take that interest. While we were chit-chatting, the single was taken off the last ball of the 7th over, and Mahico on to 41. 41 for 1. So this is over number 8 coming up.
8 over. Come on.
And the bowling change, number 5, Mark Branca. Like he bowls off spin.
Mark Branca.
Haven't seen him before, so.
Never have heard of him before. Seen him for the first time.
There was a guy by the the last name Branca. He used to play, but he's a bit taller than him.
He used to play with All Saints.
Nah, he used to play for Pickets when I was. Yeah, but I haven't seen him around now.
Yes. So, if I can just give a little description of the ground here, on the eastern side, the residential homes. At least one family has a little backyard fruit farm. You can see some clothes on the clothesline, and another 2-story dwelling home. Clothes hanging out on the gallery. A single of the first ball of Branca's first over. Royal Branca, is it?
Mark Branca, so that's 42.
There's a Royal Branca. Can't remember what he did in life, but there was a Royal Branca. Was he part of Liat some time ago, Burns? Royal Branca, one of the CEOs of Liat? Maybe Mark will research his encyclopedia and let us know who was Royal Branca. I think he was from Barbados, and he was one of the CEOs of Liat back in the day.
Long time ago.
That could have been maybe the late 80s, early 90s.
80s, yes.
Yeah. But Mark, he's very studious to these things, so he'll give us the detail. A delivery is tickled away, played deliberately by the batsman Benjamin into that vacant third man region, a single. The score inches up by 1 again to 43.
This
is the 8th over.
For 1. This is the 8th over.
Vanwell, we will get your assessment of Branca at the end of the over. Not bowling off a lot of paces in terms of his approach to the wicket, maybe 2 or 3 steps, and tall, well-built cricketer. And as he bowls, gets ready again. High arm action, and this delivery is driven away. Batsman can't get much power onto it, and the ball just squirming out into the onside, a single. Interestingly, Branca is bowling in red shoes, and the inners, that's what you call it, Abdi? The sleeves. The sleeves are red as well. So he looks very colorful out there. All Saints playing in light. There's a chance for a catch, but it will drop just short of Kenny Sutton at long on, and that brings up the end of the over. At the end of it, Mahico winning the toss and batting first, 46 for 1 of 8 overs. I was saying that the bowler in Branca look as if he wants to be the standout person on the field, and utilizing
the red shirt.
Yes. So All Saints they have a light blue jersey with dark blue stripes around the shoulder and the arms, and a dark blue track pant, and you add red to that, you must stand out.
I like the one that kind of like the one, Colin. That's 26. That's 26.
So your impressions of him, Van Roy, in terms of his bowling, Branca?
Well, the first I have seen him, and of course, looks like just a slow medium. Look like
not a spinner, in your view?
A very slow medium, you know. I would say, but let's see what happened there now. But I think it's a good over, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, turned out it was a good over eventually. The first delivery from Andrew Samuel, beating the batsman and going to the wicketkeeper Jelani Mussington, as Samuel off a short run up goes past umpire Bertel Baltimore, and this one is banged away by Donna, the fielder on the long off boundary. Conroy Semple fields. 1-1 resulting 47 for 1. I think the All Saints team and coach will be somewhat contented to date with the relatively slow scoring rate of the Mahico team. Samuel again. And this one is hitting straight to the fielder in the short extra cover region. The catch taken by Malik Marcelin, and there goes Benjamin getting a full pitch delivery and trying to maybe hit it with power over the head of the fielder, but it succeeded in only getting it into the midriff of Malik Marcelin. It seemed to be a ploy or a trap was set for him, and he fell squarely into it because Marcelin anticipated the shot and he was ready to take the catch, which he did. And so the second wicket for Mahico goes down. Benjamin caught Malik Marcelin, bowled Andrew Nathaniel. He made 15. The score 47 for 2. The other batsman out was John Baptist, bowled by M.Y. Lee for 13.
Well, I think that Andrew should be lucky because that ball was really a good full toss and should have been put up by the batsman. But lucky for him, he hit it straight into the hands of the fieldsman, and easy catch. You know,
I agree with you, Brian. Colin was trying to make Marcel it looks like they were doing something well planned, but that was a gift, and he just.
Yeah,
you know, as Colin was making the assessment as the coach for All Saints would be pleased of the slow scoring rate. Yes, but it's poor batting on the part of the Mahico. Singles can be had even though you can't score. The boundaries. Are you not seeing the smart cricket being played? And it's been hampering cricket all over. Yep. They want to look the boundary. Singles are there. The hardest thing to get a cricket is a single. When you can't get that easily, everything will fall into place.
So true.
Well, Scott is I'm happy that Burns and Abdi Hughes are giving the benefit of their opinions because they say a different type of opinion makes a horse race. Yes. And that's the essence of life. It's amazing how three persons can see something from a different perspective. A full pitch delivery driven away by the new batsman in Kenneth Scott.
Yes.
And he gets a single. Scott, the winning captain of the Empire Nation team in the Corner Smooth T20 tournament, upsetting the mighty fancied PIC Insurance Liberty in the final. Kenrick Scott leading his team to victory. What a night at the Sir Richard Stadium. What a night that was.
That was a really night that was, you know.
And it's outside of Liberta. Empire is the second most team that's been to the finals. This is the fourth time they've been to the final and won it in the fourth time. So it was good. It was a good driven off the edge there by Donna and fielded nicely by Sutton, and they won a single. It was a good achievement for Scott as a captain and coach Ian Tittle to finally get over the hump. You know. Yes. And it also makes good for the competition because one team cannot be winning the competition every year. Now it gives Liberator that impetus to come back to win again.
And I tell you this, after this delivery by Samuel to Scott, Scott is driving again, but he can't beat Marcelin. Marcelin is well placed in that position. That brings up the end of it. A successful over by Andrew Samuel. The score 49. Speaking of the popularity of the Cool and Smooth T20, interestingly, this week I got a request from an Indian journalist. He was in Antigua last year for the ICC on the 19 World Cup, and he wants to come to Antigua next year for the Cool and Smooth T20.
Cool.
I was certainly amazed, that an Indian journalist would want to come to cover the Cool and Smooth T20 tournament.
Well, I think that the Cool and Smooth they need to get some things sorted out in that department. You know, something is not really right in that. In that.
We're going to get what Van Roy is trying to tell us because he has something up his sleeves. A delivery from Branca, is it? And
Branca,
and the playing in the offside. I found a Raul Cecil Branca. Born 19 November 1937 and died 27th of July 2021. He was a Barbados cricketer, Roy Branca.
Well, I know Branca was from Barbados, but I don't know about being a...
I'm going to check what work he did. Another delivery from Branca, and played in the offside. Beat the batsman. There's a shot for a catch at the wicket. Umpire says no, or is it a stumping? It was a stumping appeal for stumping, and the umpire says no. So he was a left-handed batsman and slow left-arm orthodox spin bowler. He was an all-rounder for Barbados between 1956 and 1970. Another delivery is driven down the ground by Donna, fielded on the boundary by Pereira. Pereira 1-1 resulting. The score moves on to 50. 50. So that
the 10th over?
And we're in the 10th over. Coming back to Roy Branca, he made 47 appearances in first-class cricket for Barbados, scoring 1,666 runs at an average of 27.31 with 5 centuries and taking 106 wickets at 27.32 runs per wicket. A delivery from Branca. He almost went through that defensive third of Kenrick Scott, the left-hander, and almost bowled him, but luckily for Scott, he was able to keep it away from the wicket. Good delivery there, Abdi.
Yeah, it's York length delivery, but I think Scott could have used his feet. And Mr. White now being signaled by Calvin. I think Scott could have used his feet and make it into a scoring opportunity than to just stay there.
I'll call you back.
Here is Branca. I don't know why someone wants to disturb Van Roy at this time of the afternoon. They should on a Thursday between 3 and 7. He's unavailable for calls because he's here working with us and he's handsomely paid. Delivery worked into the offside by Scott. A single.
How much?
51 for 1. And the score, that's the score for Mahico, winning the toss. 52 for 1, winning the toss and batting for two. And batting first. Yes, so Scott will be the batsman on strike as he waits for Samuel to get to his mark. Samuel getting some instructions from Marcelin. Marcelin making some adjustments to the field. Marcelin marshalling the troops in the field as if he's the captain, but Samuel is the captain. So Samuel the captain, medium pacer to Scott, and Scott is coming defensively on top of it. It don't seem as if the Mahico batsmen are in any urgency, showing any urgency to score quickly. Abdi, can you figure that one out first? You have done psychology at
I don't know
at
about
some
that.
level of your development in life. Get into the minds of the batsmen and let us know what's going on here. This is a T20 game.
I can't get into the minds of the batter. I can only talk from what I see, Colin.
Tell us what you're seeing.
They should be a bit busier in scoring because it's a T20 game. This is the 11th over, and 50 from in 11 is two wickets. You know, Dana has been there for some while. He should have picked up the pace of the wicket. He should be, looking more busier at the crease. But
so for once, you're agreeing with me today.
Whenever it's convenient, I will. As we watch.
Samuel to Donna, and Donna is driving in the onside. There's a big gap between the mid wicket and the man on the long leg boundary, long on boundary. Sorry, and a single to Donna. That gap between, is it Sutton? Who is that? No, not Sutton. Justin Robinson is at mid wicket, and is it Kevin Jackson?
Yes,
Edwin Jackson
on the
long on boundary. And that's the point you're making. Maybe had the previous batsman who was dismissed in Benjamin, had he attempted to get the ball into that area. Here's a great shot from Scott for 6. It's a full toss from Samuel, and Scott just leant onto it and hitting it with the full face of the bat over wideish extra cover for 6, full into the fence that separates the school from the playing field. A good shot there.
And that shot was easily played, effortless, and the talent that this guy Scott possesses. It's frightening why he's not scoring more runs. Burns, these players think that a selector gonna pick me because I have talent. You're being picked from the runs that you scored.
Yeah.
So you have to allow the selector to pick you from your performances
and get it consistently.
Yes.
Get it consistently.
You know, as we watch slow delivery ball by Andrew, it's working to the mid wicket area by Scott, and they run an easy single. End of the 12th over. So the score now is
It's
61
for
2.
still going at 5 runs and over. They need to step it up.
they need to step it up, because they're coming down to 8 over after this.
Yeah, the business end now.
That is now they start to put the foot on the gas and see whatever happen now.
Now the foundation is being set. They have 8 overs to go. They have 8 more wicket in hand. They can now set the target, and if they said it before, but they can now step on the gas and get whatever the target they set.
Maybe 100 or 120
from the 8.
Yeah, from the 8.
Yeah.
That makes it 121 from 8 overs.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is once they're 61 now, right now.
So you're saying that they can get another 120 runs from
No,
last 8
no,
overs, or you expect them to get up to
120, 120, yes.
Ooh, a good delivery there by Branca, beating the batsman. It kept a bit low as well, and luckily for Scott, it neither struck his pads nor bat, and went through to the wicketkeeper Mossington. Branca turns from the commentary box end on the southern side of the ground, and this delivery, Scott is driving, getting his head well over it, and the bad bounce eluding the fielder in Robinson. A single for Scott. He moves on by 1 to 11 and brings Donna, who has been there from the beginning. He's on. We'll get a score. We'll get the score of Donna. Branca to Donna, a short delivery, and Donna is tugging it behind the wicketkeeper, but straight to the fielder in the short fine leg position. Donna is on 21 from 29 balls, and Scott is on 11 balls. Here is Donna driving powerfully, beating the attempted save by Marsden, and the ball going through to Pereira, who had to come around to his left. Quickly he had to, and a single nonetheless to Donna. He goes on to 22. Score up to 63 for 2. As Branca in his third over or second? Third over. Van Roy say he's a slow medium pacer. I think he's a gentle off spinner.
Conventional.
This delivery floated up, and Scott is on top of it and playing defensively. Abdi wouldn't approve of the approach by Scott in the circumstances, because it's a 20 overs game, and he would want to see the batsman looking to play the ball with an angled bat into the gaps and getting ones or twos. Scott is slicing this one off the outside edge and just getting away. Misfield as well. The ball going in the air, but safely away from Semple, who was at a wideish point, and coming around to his right on the extra cover boundary was Blackman, and a single to Scott, and that ends the over. It's 65 for 2 after 12. Abdi?
Yeah, that's very bad going by the Mahico men. Good on the part of the All Saints men who have been bowling in the right area, but the Dana especially, who've been there for so long, need to step up the gas and make the game into a more interested game.
It seems like if Scott is doing the right thing there, but Dana is not doing. He's just playing the ball. But I think he needs to step it up a bit as it stands presently.
Scott is playing his role, but for Dana being there for so long and still not picking up the pace of the wicket to manipulate the ball in the gap, it's dumbfounded for me.
So momentarily, we're going to get an update on the score from the match at Rising Sun by John, who is over there. When I get the signal from our technical people. John, you're hearing us? So we'll get him on shortly. Ball driven in the air, over the head of the bowler, single to Donna. Takes the score up to 6-6.
66
for two.
For two. Well, they need to. Unless somebody that I will talk to Mahico. Some this doesn't make no sense to them right now. Yeah.
Here's another delivery. And a single, was it?
Yes.
Single to Scott.
Samuels into bowl to Dana. And Dana played the quarter line, going. I know, it's a misfield there, and that ball went into the boundary for 4. It was a misfield, and I could have been sub, but nevertheless, just show that they're not really knowing what they're supposed to do at this point in time. But 4 runs in matter sense by Dana.
That was an awful feeling by Kenny Sutton. A ball he was trailing. Basically already started up by the rope, but while he was tapping the ball, he was ball eludes his hand and roll into the fence. This ball is hit into the midway into the cover region by Donna and get a single, and the score moves on by 1 to
71, I believe.
71.
71.
72.
72. 72.
72. Donna need to really step it up now.
Yeah, this is the
at the stage of this game, Burns, somebody need to say, look, I'll take the risk.
Yeah, like Dana, somebody should go and say,
Dana should be the one saying, no, I should be taking the risk while you turn over the strike.
Yeah.
But there's just leaving it and play it accordingly. But then there's got to be a plan. As well played again by Scott. You see, Scott is turning over the strike to every ball he faces, most ball he faces. But Dana needs to be the one to take the bull by the horn and say, I'll sacrifice my wicket for the sake of Mahico. But he's left to be seen.
But I think Dana just want to see why he bat there for a very, very long time.
That doesn't work.
Here is Andrew into bowls too. Just Dana and again. 1-1 reported, so that is a next 73 for 2, 73 for 2, and that is over. And that's the end of the
13th over.
13th over. 13th over. It's 40. 13th over, yeah. So 13th over. 73 for 2. So you have 7 overs to go, and 73. We're looking. We might think about maybe 120, 122, as I said before. It should be enough time for them to put the foot on the gas somewhere.
So you're saying that the maximum they can score is 120? To keep our teams to win?
No. I mean what Mahico is doing. They're not putting the foot on the gas as they should.
Right.
But that at least 120 at least should be enough for all things as it stands presently, as it stands in the game.
Okay, well, it's left to be seen because Mahico is not really playing with enough urgency as Branco with his last over, ball which turns it into Donna. Donna is giving himself room and punching it to Marcelin. And again, he's giving himself room and playing the ball right to the when the ball is turning, we could play it into the cow corner region.
Yep.
So, let's watch again. This one is tugged it and dropped.
It's dropped.
Justin Robinson. Easy regulation catch. And he spilled it. And so Dana, as I was saying, he needs to chance risk his wicket. He needs to go as he faces up to Branca again. This one is cutting in the air and onto the back of the point, beat the fielder into the fence number 4. And if this one, even though you get dropped, go because the team needs somebody to take up the momentum.
You need to do that right now because it's not getting good for you right now as it stands presently. All things is doing what they can do with the ball.
As we watch Branca and his last over, ball again, which Dana could have made
And
much
that's his
more
last
of.
over.
This is
That's his
final
last
over.
over. Yeah.
It's very economical
Mhm.
as we watch Branca into Dana chips in, and that's an easy single. Dana not moving. What is?
What is that?
I've never seen it like this.
Oh.
At the state of his game down, Dana is still looking to see if this man is coming. He should be running immediately.
But
He
the
plays the ball there.
keeper also should, the keeper should go for the ball too, as it stands presently.
Well, Master is that type of keeper. He's very lethargic.
Okay.
You know, one day you'll see he'll run to the ball. Next time you just watch it right there. So
Yeah, but he's just right there by him, you know.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
As you watch Branca into Scott, good delivery. Ball hit him on the pad. There's an appeal by Justin Robertson, trying to make amends after dropping that catch, trying to appeal for Branca, who didn't appeal to. But the end of the
But
over, the
that's
score.
an easy catch. Easy catch.
Yeah, the score now is
I have 77. I don't know if I have 77.
79.
79. Yeah.
The 14.
For 14 overs. So let's see as it's coming down to the wire now. 6 overs to go.
6 overs now. Justin.
And Andrew has his full quarter too. Andrew has his full quarter. Andrew has his full quarter of overs.
No, I think he thinks he bowled 4, 5, 3.
Andrew Samuel.
And Samuel bowled 4.
Samuel.
Yeah, he has his full quarter.
Has Samuel bowled his 4 overs?
Full quarter. Okay, all right.
What are his figures?
So, and was it bowling here now?
It's Justin Robertson.
Justin Robertson.
Yeah.
Okay. Robinson.
Yeah.
So
Left
he's
from Orthodox
he's
into
into
Dana, and this
and
one
this
is
one
bowling.
is bowling, and there is Dana is out after a long innings, was bowled by Justin Robinson, and he makes how much did he make? He's so we have 3 men out now for
79.
for 34. So it's 39. So 79 for 3. 79 for 3 in 14.
15th over.
15th over.
Yeah.
All right.
15th over is bowling.
So still not good. Still not good going on the part of Mahico. 79. Still not good. They should always look into to put the foot on the gas somewhere and see if we can make a good score for the All Saints team.
Yeah, now Dana has been out there from the onset.
Yeah, and make 34.
Bowling doesn't really even matter about the score, but there's a bowling change. A left arm orthodox around the wicket bowling into him, and his first movement is giving himself room.
Yep.
Haven't seen what the ball is doing from this particular bowler, and when the team really needs him, he's no longer there.
He's no longer there, right? So there is Robinson again into bowl to. I think this is.
The new batsman is Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore. Here is Robinson ball to Baltimore from the Indian bowl to Baltimore, and Baltimore is playing that on defensive right back to the bowler. No runs is required as Robinson again into bowl to Baltimore, and Baltimore again. Same place, no run at all. So they are just about not playing the ball as he should. You know, here is Robinson into bowl to Baltimore, and Baltimore again look at the play on the onside, but again no runs, and the bowler can come down and pick the ball up and go back to his mark. So Justin Robinson, first ball of his second over. He is into bowl to Baltimore, and he is like, oh, that's a good ball there by Robinson, but the umpire says it was a
Bye.
bye. So gone up to 90, gone to 80. 80 as far as I know. As now he's going around the wicket now to Kendrick Scott. Left arm bowler to bowl to left arm batsman. Let's see what happened now. Baltimore Robinson into bowl to Scott, and Scott is hitting that on the onside for single again, and now it's now 81 for 3. 81 for 3.
From 15 overs.
And that is 15 overs now.
So the final 5.
So 5 overs.
Well, what the target the Mahico men are looking at?
Is about 81. That's not a good target as it stands.
It'll be interested. We keep tab to see how many runs they get in the last 5 overs.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. And this is I think it is going to be
What's his name?
Emily.
No,
Is Emily going to bowl again?
no.
Simple.
Conroy
Simple.
Simple.
This is Semper.
Simple.
Simple.
Semper.
Simple.
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 Number 45.
Yeah. Here is Simple now to bowl to Scott from the
There was
over
a
the wicket.
There was a
to
Jamaican
Scott.
batsman called Keith
Here is
Simple years ago.
to bowl to Scott, and see some field place in there. Here is Simple into bowl to Scott, and Scott is playing that on the onside, looking for the field on the boundary, only 1-1, and so the ball it goes up to 82. As Simple now to bowl to Baltimore. Right arm over the wicket. The right arm batsman. Setting the field as here you see now into bowl to Baltimore. As waiting for and he's hit that one and he's going to court and he's out. Very good shot there, but a very good catch by the fieldsman.
Yeah, Lee took a good catch in the end. This was hit hard and low, and he really gets down and took it nicely. So Baltimore goes without scoring, and the Mahico men continue to struggle. And the All Saints men are tightening the screws.
Yes. They're now 82
for 4.
82 for 4.
And we're in the 16th.
The 15th over.
The 15th over, that's right.
15th overs.
That was a well-judged catch.
Well taken catch, yeah.
By Lee.
Yeah.
Because it was dropping on him. Had he come in a little bit too quickly, he could have maybe lost it or dropped it. But he waited, and at the last moment before the ball died, before reaching him, he came forward and took a catch.
It was a very good catch. So let us see what happened now. 4 wickets down for Mahico. They still have.
Again, the All Saints made a change with Justin Robertson, and the very first ball there was a breakthrough.
Okay.
When he gets Dana. Now the very next over, Semper came in, and the second ball they got was wicket. So they really tightening the screw on the Mahico men because they didn't allow themselves to score as freely as it was presented to them. They just stay there, hope to knock a 4 here or there. But there's so many singles there to be had. And then now they find themselves in this position.
Well, it's simple now to bowl to the new batsman. Who's who? Who's the new batsman?
Zaire Toppin.
Toppin, yeah.
Toppin. Sample to bowl to Toppin. Waiting for field to change. Here is he now into ball to tackle and just looking for
Top in.
nothing, no run resulted. Sample again to ball to tap in. Here is and again the all Saints looking there to tighten the screws there on Mahico.
Yeah, what I like to see is that Burns, there's no long off.
Yeah,
the long off is actually made off, and there's a long on. So they're really tightening, not giving them the easy singles at this stage of the game. If normally long off will be out on the bounce,
Yes,
so that's good on the part of the
yes,
captain for all Saints.
Well, I think Scott decided to talk to his guy, but here is simple now into ball to Toppin, and Toppin is playing that one on the offside, looking for a single and get it evenly, and so the score all goes up to 83. And let us see what happen. What Scott will do with Semple from the. Here he's eating off the ball to Scott, and Scott hit that one on the arm side, but looking for. He looks like to put it on over the boundary, but ball was about get onto him quickly.
Yeah, there was an awkward bounce for him, and by the time he gets around, ball already choked him somewhat, so he didn't really get the power.
About the 16th over now, and the score is now what score? The score is now
84 from 16.
84 from 16. 84 from 16. So let's see what happens now, and it's going to be again.
So when 15 over. When the 15th overs was finished, the score was 83.
All right. Here is that is the ball name.
Justin Robertson.
Robertson.
Yeah.
Robertson, and of course, ball into Scott. Let's see what Scott will do with him now. Here is the ball to Scott, and Scott put it on the inside and looking for a single, and it goes all the way to the boundary board. Good ones for Scott, Good. This is what you need to do right now. You need to put some bat on the ball.
They need quite a bit to change the momentum, right?
Yeah.
The momentum is going into the All Saints' favor.
Yeah, 18. So that's 88 now. 88. As here you see now into ball to Scott again, and Scott driving on the offside, looking for one, get it, and of course they get in. So the score going to 89 for the loss of 4. As Robinson into ball to looking for to play in the onside, but ball didn't materialize. The batsman came down and took the ball up and go back to his bowling mark. Here we see now into ball to Toppin. Here is he, and that's one again for next single. So the runs are coming slowly, but slowly.
Right? Slowly, but I don't know if it's surely.
So that's 1880. That's 89. 90. Here is into ball to Scott, and Scott hit it for our next single, and of course so the score going up to 91. 91 the score? 91 the score?
Yes.
91 the score for 4, and of course that is now the 17th over, It is 17th over now, and of course, Abdi we're about 91. That sounds like they're not 91 for 4 in 17 overs.
Yeah, they may just give the All Saints men a run a ball to win, 120 maximum. And but let's see, the wicket is not really coming on per se.
Yeah, well,
but let's see how the All Saints the Mahico men respond in the field if
So
they
let's-
roll the ball into the right areas.
let's see what Semple can do with Miss Scott now. Semple now. He's into ball to Scott. And here is the into ball to Scott. And Scott played back to the bowler. No runs. As Semple looking to tighten the screws there. As Scott waiting on him. As he's and what a good catch! What a good catch! That was it straight back to him, and that's a very good catch by Semple. And so Scott is out. Scott is out, and so the score has gone up to 81 for 5. 81 for 5. And
91.
91 for 5. Sorry, 91 for 5. Sorry, and of course they're still looking for some good ones here, because with just 2 more overs to go for this Scott Abdi is going to be difficult for, well, let's say difficult for Mahico.
Yeah, I mean, I know that cricket is a funny game, but it was really banking more on Scott. But now he goes, he'll more look like 110 instead of 120. So let's see.
And you know, Vanua, that was it turned out to be a brilliant catch. Bowled and caught by Semple.
Semple.
It was really traveling back to him head high, and he could have taken evasive action as opposed to maybe putting up his hand and taking it. So it just shows that his reflexes were good on that occasion, and he was able to hold on to a ball that was coming to him at a very fast pace. And this is sometimes some catches stick with you and some drop from you, but that one stuck.
So here is Semple now to bowl to who's the next batsman there? Who's the next batsman there?
Is it Dyer?
Martin.
Dyer Martin.
Martin. So that's so here is Semple now to bowl to Tappin. And of course Tappin. Here is Martin, and he's going to hit it high in the air, and that was in the air, but for a long while. But the fieldsman probably didn't make that one up, and so it falls in no man's land.
Well, I think Lee should have made a better effort to get there, because the ball was in there for a while, and he just allowed it to drop maybe about 5 yards in front of him.
Yeah, so I guess and so still 92 for 93 my 93. Here is, and that one is and that was a good catch there, a good effort there, but they didn't get the ball, but I saw it makes 1-1, so it's now 94 for the loss of 5. 94 for the loss of 5, and you have now 18 overs to go. 18 overs bowl, 2 more to go, and that is going to be, I think, is Marcelin is going to be the bowler from the top, Marcelin, and he will bowl into what's the guy this? Martin. Over there, Martin. Here is Marcelin. Let's see what happened now with 2 overs to go. let's see what happened now. As the batsman, the umpire's wait. Field has been set. Here is Marcelin. Marcelin into bowl to Martin, and he is into. And that was one right on to the boundary for 4. And of course, I think is 4 runs by the batsman, and so the score has gone up to 98, and so they're looking to go on to 100. They go 98, looking to go to 100. 18 overs.
This is the 18th?
Yeah, this is the 18th over.
19th.
19th?
Yeah.
It's 19th?
Yeah.
19th over, sorry. 19 over, so this is the last over?
No, 19, 8 and 20 is bowling from down here.
Okay.
Jedediah Martin, who represents
Dan
the
Martin, yes, sir.
Jennings team on the weekend, the 2 there. He represents the Jennings cricket team.
Okay. So they play different.
Yeah, that's the glory of Thursday League. You know,
Yes,
all the
yeah.
different teams come together to make a
Okay.
team.
Alright.
Yeah, so
Here is Marcelin now into bowl to Martin, and Martin is playing that on the onside, on the offside, and they took a next single, and so this of 90, 100. So Martin now. Here is Marcelin into bowl to Martin. Here is the into bowl and looking for a next single. 101, 101 for 5. We are just about finishing up on this innings for Mahico. They are 101 for 5. Here is Marcelin, and that one is hit, I think, going to a boundary of 4. Yes, according to the umpires, is 4 more runs. So that's 101 of 105 for 5.
That was a bad delivery from
Yeah,
Marcelin
very strong, yeah.
in the context of the game and the last over. Really in the batsman's slot, his half of the pitch, and he was able to just get on top of it and hitting it over the wideish long off region for 4. Long on, sorry, not long.
Here's Marcelin now into bowl to tap in, and and that one was far. That is a good.
Not a
That's
good delivery.
and that was hit for 6.
A short delivery.
That was hit for 6. That was a very good shot.
Yes, short, bad delivery for the last ball of the over. That was a premeditated delivery there by Marcelin. He wanted to see if he could take some, get back at the batsman, and he succeeded in the ball in a rank long hop. In my view,
Long up, and he waited for it. He waited for it and hit it very, very good, and over the boundary for 6.
But Colin and Burns, I'm going to put you guys on the spot here, because there are so many, in my opinion, there are so many bowlers in our league who are not bowling, as we'll call it. We call shy or pelt, and they've been allowed. Now, my point is, do we think that they could go on if they happen to make that's a good shot played by Martin down to a wide extra cover region? And you think that they could go on? I mean, we find they're falling out by Shillingford, who go on to the play Test cricket, and then he's been called, and around the Rhine. And if he can't deal with that, it's at this lower level. You know, and inviting the bullet and say, look, you can't bowl because the bowler, the coach need to work with your action, whatever the case is. But don't allow them to do this continuously. What do you take?
I agree with you.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Well, the
So
wicket has
it's
gone down.
112. Was it 112? 112 for 6. And so
Now I was ridiculed by an umpire. Listen to me. I was ridiculed by an umpire saying that as a coach, no, it's not my player. As a coach, we should be blamed. Now I said, well, what about you as an umpire who allowing it?
but he should be allowed to call it.
Call him, yeah, report it to the standing and
Yeah.
but they don't
They don't do anything, you know. Because umpire say not call nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
You know, so but it's not looking good for
They're passing
cricket
the buck.
itself. Yeah, they're passing the buck and saying it's not me, it's you.
Everybody's just taking the blame.
Yeah.
Everybody say not me, see, it's not he, see.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not good for cricket.
Make no sense, you know.
No.
But who's the next batsman?
Amos,
Amos?
you know, Isaac Amos. What?
So that's sample to Amos, who gets a single. And so the score is 113. And this one again. And of course, next single. So the score has gone up to 114.
Well, they've proved me wrong. They started the one.
yeah. And so here is. And that one should be a no ball. That should be a no ball.
Oh, just
And the ball goes into the boundary for 6.
four.
For 4.
Oh, it's no.
No, it's 4.
Umpire signal 6, but
The signal
well,
6.
the feel is there. He didn't dispute.
Well, so. But that's a no ball, of course. That's what a no
It's
ball.
a no ball.
Yes. So that's 120. 20.
Wow.
120.
And it's peeling off the edge of Amos, and they're running back for the second one. When he gets there, he's rolling up the hill, but he does in the end.
And so 121.
Booney.
121.
Is Amos Booney.
Amos Bruni. Amos Bruni. Yeah.
This one is peeled. It didn't hit it, but the keeper also make a mess of it. So they run a by. So the end of the innings for Mahico.
122.
They mustered 122.
122. 122.
1.
122. Huh?
Let's go.
122. 124.
24.
124. 124. Yes, and so the Mahico innings has closed at 20. They're 124 for 6. Sorry. And of course, all Saints would be very happy about the bowling of the batting of Mahico.
The poor batting of Mahico, all Saints should be happy with that.
So you know what happened then. So it's going to be a toss-up now between what happened now to All Saints now and of course Mahico, because for 120 and then to get 120 it should take you about
20 overs, 120 balls
yeah,
to make it 120. So it's run a ball. But then they have their handful. They'll be having a handful by the same Bruni, Amos Bruni. He's very orthodox, but it's wicket to wicket, so they got to play him good. And he normally bowls with the new ball, which slides on to you.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, you have to be careful.
Yeah, they have to be careful.
Yeah.
Because the wicket is not really one that you can play through the line also. And it's he can score from it. One good length, it's difficult to score from.
Okay.
You know, so we will have a game in our hands.
So you're
It's not an easy game for
it's not another two teams to say they win the game.
No,
so one or two teams. But I believe that it should be very easy for all, since once they get the
once the turnover strike, it should be easy.
Instead of what
the Mahico men were doing. Right.
Because they wasn't doing, because it's sort of they wasn't doing what they should have done in the first place.
I think Dana stifled in it for the Mahico team by batting too long and not turning over the strike enough. And he was an opener, but he wasn't scoring the run of ball, enough. And then so we have a game in our hand. We'll see how the Mahico men react to defending their runs, which they scored, and how the Altis men will go to apply themselves.
Okay, all right. So we're just about saying that the Mahico were 124 for 7, or 6 or 7. 6 for 6, and of course after 20 overs, and of course as we said, you never know until when the last ball bowl who will win this game.
Right.
But it all depends on what the All Saints men do, and
how they play themselves,
and how Mahico men did on the field of play.
Right, because it's very important now to defend that runs, and you're gonna win the game in the field. Right. So how you feel, how you take the catches will make the difference.
All right. So until we will come back, we will just make a quick break, and we come back.
All right.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with the Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us, or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with the Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
122,
24.
24 of their 20 overs. It's
What's
a
the
20.
name?
It's a
17.
T20 game.
What's the guy name?
And All Saints with 125 to win are starting the innings. It's Malik Marcelin who opened the bowling for All Saints. He's going to open the batting as well, and Shamar Pereira is the non-striker. So Marcelin opening up for All Saints in both forms, whether with the ball or with the bat. And he's known to be an attacking batsman. But I think I would have heard the coach, Daryl Mosai Thomas, admonishing him that it's not a hit away every ball. This delivery is just wide of off stump, and Marcelin maybe attempting first to go for an attacking shot, then hearing the words of the coach in his head, decided to put away at the last moment. You know, we have an interesting situation here, Abdi, that we have the sons of two persons who are here on the field. We have Mr. Baltimore from Mahico, the son of Bertel Baltimore. And I'm reliably informed that a certain Andrew Samuel is the son of our co-commentator, Savan Roy Burns.
Yeah, and now there's a
What
wide,
about your
a
son?
wide being called.
Abdi, as that delivery is wide.
My son, I remember in 1993, I was attempting to do academy at Pickett's, and he was a part of it, and then he just didn't like it no more. Just go his way. So, you know, you can't force things down the throat of your son or your daughter. If they don't want it, they don't want it.
Martin with his third delivery to Marcelin, and Marcelin is driving the ball wide off the off stump. Marcelin is part of the defense force, I gather. And did he travel with the police team to the law enforcement T20 tournament in Barbados back in April? Been playing a lot of cricket and has been in the nick of things. I think he's one of the key players in the All Saints team. Martin to Marcelin. This one is wide of off stump. 1 run so far scored, which was a extra wide. Ball going wide of off stump through to the wicket keeper. Donna behind the stumps for Clay Hall.
From Mahico.
From Mahico. And we have a slip, a third man, a deep point, a extra cover who's sweeping, not on the boundary. A shortish extra cover, a mid-off, a mid-on, man at the back with square leg and the man on short long leg. And this delivery is beating Marcelin again outside of off stump. A good over so far by Martin. The only run was a blemish, it was a wide, and he has tidied up and has come back well in this over. So the Mahico team will be pleased so far of the offerings delivered by Martin. A change in the field, the and backward of square is being brought into a shortish extra cover, and there's a second slip being in place. Kenrick Scott, the captain, has gone into a second slip. Martin to Marcelin, and this delivery is down the onside, and Martin is turning it exactly where the fielder came from previously, and he gets his first run off the bat. 2 runs for All Saints, a run for All Saints, takes the score up to 2 at the end of the first over. Abdi?
Well, it's not really exactly where he came from. The fielder that was adjusted came from forward the square, but funnily that he bowled 4 balls outside the off stump, and the captain, as he watches bowling his last ball of this over to Pereira outside the off stump, misses, and the end of the over. So the captain now was giving him the benefit of the doubt, so he's going to bowl it, and the very next ball was down the leg side. So you know, but the score is now 2 without loss. All Saints replying 224, 125 to win. But these small totals normally are tricky. Probably if you see 160, you'll see All Saints go now start blasting. But now because they have 120, they're playing it safe. Then 2 wickets going down the drain, and then, you know, that's how cricket goes. But Jedediah Martin, he's the opener bowler for Jennings, and he normally bowls a very good hard length delivery. And so, as I say earlier, we have a game in our hand because we have a game in our hand because the Mahico have a good bowling lineup. So they just can't take it for granted that 124 is easy picking.
Yeah.
So the bowler, the opening bowler is Nicholas Tappin.
Yeah, he also opened the ball for Jennings with Martin. So they normally bowl in tandem. So as we
and Tappin to Marsden, a wide delivery and signal wide by umpire Baltimore. And a third run to the All Saints total. They're now up to 3 without loss. That was a loosener, if we can describe it as that, by Tappin, Nicholas Tappin. He has a very exotic name. Here goes Tappin to Marcelin, and Marcelin is clipping this one away. He will get 4 easy runs into the wideish mid-wicket region, vacant as well, into the boundary. It goes for 4. So 4 good-looking runs by by Marcelin. No doubt his coach will approve of that shot because it was all on the ground, never in the air, never a chance of giving a catch, and 4 good-looking runs. And all Marcelin has to do is to play each delivery on its merit, and the runs will come. Because he has the benefit of a low score to chase down, and this delivery he's slashing wide of off stump, and that will bring some palpitations to the heart of the All Saints captain. A wide signal, yes, but the shot was totally unnecessary. Had he taken an edge, irrespective of it was a wide delivery, he'd have gone had the keeper taken it or one of the fieldsmen. Another run takes the score up to, it should be by 10 by now. Tapping to Marcin, and Marcin is driving well. He will get at least 2 runs. It won't go into the boundary. They're coming back for the second runs, and the score moves up to 10 without loss in the second over. So 2 good attacking shots there by Marcin, getting a 4 and then a 2. So he moves on to 7, I would want to believe. Marcelin. 3 extras so far, or 2 extras? 3 extras, all wides, and 7 runs off the bat of Marcelin. He faces Tappin, and the delivery is turning around the corner, gets a single, misfield. They're coming back for the second one. Will they chance it? Yes, they're going for it. A chance of a run out at the non-strikers end, and 2 runs and a no ball signal as well. And so 3 runs eventually for All Saints. They now move on to 13. 2 off the bat and 1 for the no ball. They move on to 13 and a free hit. It's now signaled by umpire Baltimore. How many balls to go in the over? It's 2 more legitimate balls in the over. 2 legitimate balls ball? So 4 more deliveries. Here is Tapping. Not having a good over, his first. And he's hitting it hard. But it will not go into the boundary because the fielder is coming across to his left of the long off boundary, and 2 runs to Marcelin takes the score up to 15 for without loss, and we're in over number 2 for the Mahico team. They batted first, winning the toss, and batting first, scoring 124. So All Saints set 125 to win, and my co-commentator Abdi Hughes is reckoning that the Mahico bowling attack is sufficient enough to give All Saints a challenge and get into the target. Well, we'll wait to see if that materializes. Tapping to Marcin, and Marcin is tripping down the track and hitting this one flat and hard through the vacant mid-wicket region for 4 runs. 4 good-looking runs there by Marcelin. He's on top of Nicholas Tappin. That was the second time in the over that he has put Tappin away through mid-wicket for 4. The previous shot for 4 was all on the ground. This one was somewhat in the air, but never a chance of being a catch. It was between the two fielders at mid-wicket and at wide-ish mid-on. Another delivery is put into the same area again, that vacant area, and another 4. So consecutive boundaries for Marcelin of the bowling of tapping. 3 fours in the over, so 3 boundaries struck by Marcelin in the over. He got 15 runs from the over, 21 runs off the over. So 18 came off the bat, and there were three extras. So Marcelin
23.
19 off the over, and Marcelin now moves on to. What's Marcelin's score? 19 as well. Marcelin is on 19. So 19 of the over, and Marcelin is on 19. Abdi or Banoy? That's good.
It's some bad bowling. I was an atrocious over by Tapping, to say the least, to make it nicely.
So it's worse than that?
Yeah. Look at the field placement, and every ball either in that slot where the man could play it there consistently instead of bowl it outside the off stump where he could, be driving. But give Marcelin credit. The first 2 shots that he scored off, he didn't try to overhit the ball. The nicely played by Pereira off the hip, and they're getting 2. And then the free hit, and then that really freed up Marcelin, and then he bowled 3 ball in the slot, and he just capitalized.
So the first delivery from Martin going for 2, shot down the onside, just around the corner, and it's Pereira who is off the mark with 2. Have you seen Pereira before?
Yeah, he's a nice little prospect, a very good prospect.
Shamar Pereira.
Yeah.
With a high backlift, diminutive figure. This delivery, he's trying to turn it in the onside, the ball taking the leading edge and safely away from the fielder, and also misfielded 2, and another 2 runs to Pereira. He moves on to 4. Maybe playing a little bit too early there, Abdi, or he didn't maybe roll up the wrist sufficiently enough.
Played a little too early, so he get the leading edge and going to the onside, and he gets 2.
Here is Martin again to Pereira, and Pereira is getting a delivery which might have taken the face of the bat going down leg side. Was it a drop catch by Donald there behind the wicket, Abdi?
It looked that way to me, but I'm not 100% certain. But he dropped it anyway.
Had he held it and the umpire gave the decision in the affirmative, then we all know the ball came off the face of the bat.
Right, but I'm not too clear.
So Martin turns from the commentary end, where we commented from, where we are positioned, and this delivery is played with an angle bat by Pereira into the offside. He gets a single. Score moves on to 28 without loss. How young is Pereira? Or how old is he?
I think he's 16, 15.
Still a teenager?
17.
17. A good prospect, you said?
Yeah, he's continuing that vein, All it takes, Colin, is the hard work for these youngsters to put in. But I don't know if they're willing to do that to get to the next level, But the potential is there. The ability is there, but...
Do we need the Ayatollah to come and whip them into order? And this delivery is going down the onside. A wide will be signaled now by umpire Calvin Thomas. I'm told that Pereira is the son of a well-known police officer. Pereira. A twin brother. And they live in the Markpan area. Oh, in Clear Hall. Okay. Some advice coming from the coach of the All Saints team. This delivery is being played nicely by Marcelin. He was out onto the back foot and really playing a stylish cover drive there. Had a lot of flourish with it as well. And he was virtually posing for the non-existent cameraman. Well, the photographer, I should say. Not there's a cameraman here with a video camera, but he was posing for the non-existent photographer. Maybe we need to call in Thaddeus Price. Here's a delivery going down the onside again. It will be signaled wide by the umpire. And again, the Mahico bowlers are guilty of transgressing with the deliveries wide of either side of the wicket, Abdi. You won't be too impressed.
No, to be honest, I was looking for more Bruni, Amos to open the ball with the type of bowling that he does, but they chose differently. But left to be seen.
Jedediah Martin will turn from the southern end, from where we are commentating. The ACB Parish League cameraman is perched inside a pickup, so he has good vision of what's going on, a good angle as well, and this delivery is just eased into the onside by Pereira. He gets a single, and the score moves on by 1 to 32. 32 without loss, and the third over has just been completed. So that's what, 10 runs and over?
Yeah. And then
easy going.
Mahico is going at 5. So now they double the.
So we have some scores coming in from Rising Sun. I think I've lost it momentarily. ACB Parish League. Rising Sun. So game between Rising Sun and Liberta. Liberta winning the toss, batting first, 150 for 8 off 20 overs. Hayden Walsh Jr. 94 of 62 balls, 5 sixes and 10 fours. Avia Christian 31, 27 balls, 2 sixes and 2 fours. And the bowling for Rising Sun, Ozan Williams, 4 wickets for 14 runs. Michael Harilal, 2 wickets for 23 runs, and Huan Tong, 2 wickets for 28 runs. Thanks to John, who is over there at Rising Sun. And if the other teams are monitoring our commentary, why not send the scores into the Parish League Cricket Center? As this delivery is wide above stump and going through to the wicketkeeper Donna. No one resulting. The score remains on 32 without loss. This is the 4th over. After this over, you will hear the voice of Abdi Hughes bringing you the ball by ball commentary, while Van Roy and myself will give comments. The delivery on the onside coming off the body of the batsman, I believe. And they will come for the second one. Will it be runs off the bat or will it be leg back? Good running by both batsmen, both Pereira and Marcelin. Abdi?
Yeah, they're two busybody players. They like to run between the wickets, so you really can't take your eyes off them. You know, you got to be on the P's and the Q's. But
here is Baltimore, who had replaced Tappin from the far end. Keith Baltimore. So the bowler is the son of the umpire. Is he going to be lenient on him, Van Roy? Well, we hope not. Is it Keith or Keith? Keith. Baltimore. And this delivery is going just over the head of the first fielder. Pereira driving and getting the thickest outside edge, and the ball flying over the head of the fielder at slip and down to the boundary. It went for 4. The fielder in the slip region.
Amos
Bruni. And one of his name befits his physique. Amos gives you the idea of a big person, and Bruni. Baltimore, this delivery short and stayed into the offside, not with much placement by Pereira, but he gets a single nonetheless. That will take the score up to 39 without loss. This is over number 5. So good going by the All Saints Pythons opening batsman. Abdi.
Very
the
good.
4th over, yes.
Very good going on the part of the All Saints men. Tap in bowling atrocious first over, give him the real free rein, and they just turned over the strike nicely.
Baltimore
As such as that.
a left arm medium pacer. Shortish delivery turned into the onside by Pereira. Marcelin. Marcelin moves on to 40. The score is 40. We're going to get Marcelin's individual score in a moment. 21 from 14 balls. Pereira comes into strike. He's on 18 off 11 balls. That brings up... sorry? 13 from 11. That brought up the end of the over. And as Kenrick Scott, the Mahico captain, makes some field placements for the start of the fifth over, Abdi Hughes will give you ball-by-ball commentary, and Van Roy and myself will support him with comments.
Yeah, but before the over starts, you know, you have to give the Parish League fraternity kudos for this innovation of streaming the game live to millions over the world watching, and it behooves, as the organizers always says, then he needs to see proper uniform to give that representation, you know, give that that program that you're saying out, that it could be more palatable than to just everybody have on a white shirt, or, you know, just to play. And so give the Parish League much credit to be doing this. The ABC, which is the home of cricket, they say, not doing this. They have the following score on the weekend, but can be seen live.
That's right.
Very
good innovation.
Very, very good. So tap in, number 18, top in. On his back, running in from us to Marcelin. Good delivery outside the off stump, trying to flash it through the cover region. Misses, taken behind the wicket by Donna, and there's no run. So the All Saints men are running away with the score, chasing 124, 125 for victory in 20 overs. They are 41, and we're in the fifth over. Fifth over. Fifth over, and top in is now there's a feeling change. Jedediah Martin is sent back onto the long on fence. Top in into good delivery outside the off stump again. Just a nice hard length that you can't come forward, you can't get back, and you just gotta just top it there and feel it nicely into the cover region. So there's a mid wicket, there's a square leg on the boundary, there's a short mid wicket in Bruni, short fine leg, long on, long mid off, cover, extra cover, short third man, a good delivery again, and Marcelin is trying to force the issue, which has no need to do this because he's way ahead of the scoring rate. You know, you're gonna get a tight over here or there. That's cricket. How you gonna adjust? So she's trying to force the issue, and a top in, give him credit, bowling very good line and length as he runs away from us with number 18 on his back, and bowl to Marcelin. Good delivery again. Very, very good bowling by this young man, and to be keeping Marcelin, who's in that strive, quiet, give him credit.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true because he's bowling very, very, very well. You know, he's keeping his line on the ball, and of course he's making the batsman play.
Yes, I think we were just being advised that it's also on TV, so the viewers can see basically what is happening, and we can let the action flow and talk about it,
yeah,
rather than maybe introducing it.
That is so true. That is so true.
But I guess we're so accustomed to the radio broadcast, as if we're saying it to someone who is not actually watching it. So it's betwixt and between, so to speak.
A ball that was turned off for the hit by Marcelin. And now this it's a leg by now. It's signaled by umpire Calvin. End of the over. The score now is
What's the score?
42.
42?
42 something
42.
from 5.
Mm-hmm.
So the All Saints men are going good. But it only takes some tackle up some wicket to put some pressure back on the team. But credit to the two opener, Pereira and
Marcelin.
Marcelin. They're going pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's what they wanted. That is what they wanted. A good start from the openers, and they get it.
Right.
You know.
Now it takes the Mahico men to be consistent now with that type of over from
Top in.
Yeah. Good delivery ball by Keith, Baltimore.
Baltimore, yep.
Taken behind the wicket by Donna. So we were at Bruni Amos in the slip, short diminutive figure. And there's a third man, there's a fine leg, mid wicket, mid on. Keith this hit it straight to mid on, taken, and he goes. No need for that shot, but then there's the smart cricket come into play. We're already ahead of the scoring rate, just turn it for a single. But he's trying to go for glory, and then he goes.
Yeah, that's a poor shot there by Marcelin. Of course, that it was all he does is push the ball up, and get for single or whatever, not to play the ball in the air. I don't think that was the right shot to play at this point in time.
All right. Well, so we got Kenny Sutton now. We replace him with number 6 on his back. A very good talent also, but missed some years of cricket. For what reason, I don't know, but this young lad has some potential.
This guy?
Yeah, Sutton, Kenny Sutton.
It was maybe remiss of us not to have mentioned that All Saints were without one of the key bowlers when they fielded. Kadeem Josiah, the leg spinner. Actually, he's at work, so couldn't be available this afternoon. But Kadeem Josiah has been one of the key wicket takers for All Saints over the last 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
So Sutton.
Kenny.
Yes, Van. Oh, yes.
Kenny Sutton.
He's settled in.
Kenny Sutton.
Yeah, we'll be facing up to Keith, Baltimore.
Kenny Sutton.
Keith, Baltimore. Who one time turned to a left arm orthodox spinner. First he was a fast bowler, then he turned from that to spin, and then he gone back to
okay.
Yeah, so
Kenny Sutton.
So he got the first breakthrough, and cricket, it only needs one wicket, one ball to get a wicket. So when you're there, you stay there, and stay there.
And the loss of that wicket could turn the game dramatically.
And that's
Yeah,
right.
that's so true.
Two comfortable runs for the batsman there. Ball being played down to the third man region. And good running by the batsman, especially the new batsman in Sutton, having just come to the crease.
And yeah, he played that ball nicely. He watched it all the way and just opened the face and guided it down to a wideish third man and give himself enough to come back for 2. Now he's there's a short third man now. He's been beautiful delivery ball by Keith Baltimore. Now being signaled 1 for the over by
his father.
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
So someone was saying that we should not refer to him as Miller. That's his street name, as they say.
Okay. This one is in the air. Good bowling again by Baltimore, and he gets the wicket of Sutton hard into the wicket. Bowling this hard length that I'm talking about, which Tappin was bowling to Marcelin. Now Keith Baltimore came and doing the same thing, so now they're forcing it, and goes is Sutton. So one ball get a wicket.
That is all you want. You want one ball and then 2 ball, whatever happen. Once you get a wicket, it'll always be more to come in the future.
That is why. That is why when you're set, you're set. You don't leave it for the others. Because one ball contains the whole
Where's it on?
equation.
44 now? Was it 44? What's the score? 44?
44.
44 for 2.
With 2.
And Akeem Blackman is replacing Sutton.
Akeem Blackman.
What were your thoughts of the shot played by Sutton in the context of the game?
No need. You're already ahead. And this is where the assessment of the game comes into play from the players. You find out the score before you go to bat, then you know you have to play according. But you're going to force an issue like that. From a ball, Baltimore ball the ball from a good length, good area, hit the ball, hit the wicket, and he trying to force the issue, and was perished. So good bowling on the part of Baltimore.
Yes.
And Tappin continues. Did that take an edge?
No.
Coming off the gloves?
No, it's react from the wicket.
From the wicket keeper or generally in the fielders?
It's a wide.
That's wide.
It's a wide
It's
signal.
really balloon over the batter's head.
So 3,
2 runs.
Yes,
Well,
wicket 3.
plus the extra 3 runs.
47.
Breaking news. Johnson Charles has been named as the replacement for Gudikesh Muti in the 15-man member squad for the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup qualifier tournament for the West Indies. Any thoughts, quick thoughts, Abdi, on that?
None whatsoever.
Oh my. Oh my.
When
A batsman actually replacing a bowler.
None whatsoever. When we have to be playing qualifier for 3 times now.
Well, let's watch Tappin
Out again.
This a chance of a catch is taken.
No,
Another poor shot there from Pereira.
The identical shot played by Pereira, the same fielder in Scott, take the catch, running over his head the same way, because the hard length, and they're forcing the shot instead of just play it. Cricket, 4 runs will come. Play for the single, but now they're forcing the issue. So from 43 for 1 without loss,
to 47,
and now they're 47
for
for 3.
Yeah.
You know.
That is so true, because there's no need to play what the goes in a shot. No need.
No need.
They're already in front of the run rate. All you got to do is just push it and get 1s and 2s. You know.
Good ball must be bowled. And you must respect it. You know, and bad ball will come also. You know, and the funny thing about it, as you set while you're batting, the good ball you can hit away.
You know, what we can do now? Kill yourself. Here's
So number 15.
Number 15 is what? Number 15 is
Jackson. Edward Jackson.
Edward Jackson, yeah.
To replace Pereira. So the score now is 47 for 3.
For 3.
And we're in the 8th over.
I believe so. How much over is gone, scorer? 7. That's okay.
This is 8.
So this is the
This is 8 over bowling now. 7 bowling? 7 bowling.
Okay, start from here. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's good delivery, ball by Tappin and appeal. The keeper went up, but quickly they see the umpire wasn't moving, and they go right back to their respective position. Donna with his hand behind his back, humbly, and said, "Yeah, okay, he's not out. Let's go back." And Tappin likely going back to his bowling mark. So there's a long off, there's a mid wicket on the fence, and there's a short mid wicket, fine leg. The mid on, one is tugged down to the same made off. And there's not a run.
Yeah,
And there's extra cover on the fence, there's a cover point, and there's a short third man. And there's a short cover in Scott where he took those two catches. So the Mahico men now is squeezing the screw somewhat on the All Saints men when they have all in their hands. Well bowled again by this young man tapping. And Jackson defends, and they're into the short mid-wicket region, field by Bruni, and there's no run. And he has a son by the name of Malinga Bruni.
Malinga Bruni.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shout and
Yes.
Is he named after the famous Sri Lankan bowler, Lassit
Yeah.
Malinga?
Yeah.
Malinga.
Yeah, that's the only name that we know beside that. So no doubt, yes. And then there's Worldman Vince Smith from used to represent Falmouth, who is now playing for Masters. He have a son by the name of Sachin, but he was very disappointed that Sachin hasn't taken up a ball. He's just been more sailing
And played some football too.
and play some football.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know, I can tell us a bit about Sachin. They played together once, maybe about 10 years ago.
So there's a dead ball signal by umpire Calvin.
He had some football talent, but he just never took the game seriously. I see Tino nodding his head in approval of those comments.
Umpire Calvin.
Calvin Thomas, the umpire.
Oh, go there.
That's a poor shot. Third catch successively taken by Scott in that same position. Abdi, you must be some sort of psychic, because
That is poor.
you have been predicting that once of the first wicket would have gone, some sort of panic might set in among the All Saints batsmen, and your assessment is proving to be true so far.
And to be honest, the wicket is not the best to play on.
Okay.
As I said it earlier, if they pitch the ball up, it can be driven, but the good hard length can be tricky, and it's proven. You know, it's just. But there's no need.
But
there is no need. Burns and Collins. There's 43 without loss.
those
and 47.
Those four.
Four?
The four. No, those four. Those three batters the last time. They just. There doesn't even need to play what shot they played. Doesn't have to play. Need to play the kind of, you know. And all they go to the same places, the same player,
Scott.
the same player. Same player.
Just two different,
Two different
bowlers, but yeah. But now the Aussies men are putting themselves on the pressure.
Yeah. They're under pressure now, so
Yeah.
you know. Well,
in tennis terms, you would say unforced errors.
well, you say small total easy, not easy to come by, you know.
Yeah.
Not easy
Yeah,
to come
small
by.
totals give some teams a lot of problems.
This one is driven to the extra cover fence, coming off fielding by Toppin. Throws right over the stump, taken by Donna. And so there's a field change. There's no slip no more. Bruno is going into a short mid-wicket. So there's a short third man, cover point, extra cover, and the short cover in Scott, who will take those three catches. And mid off, there's a mid on, and there's a back of the square and a fine leg. So we'll see how Captain Andrea, the son of Andrew Samuel, the son of Van Wyk Burns.
I think we should, anyway, leave that as it may.
See how he reacts out there to this bowling it. Oh, good delivery bowled by Keith. Bowling the right length, very, and he's bowling left arm around the wicket. So this angle is not accustomed. There's not much left arm fast bowlers around, and the wicket is not the best, as I said earlier, and so he's really posing some problem, and he's hitting that hard length. He's not really pitching up the ball to be driven, that hard length.
First
Now the slip is back in from short. Now good delivery, having him on the back foot. Good bowling. It must say it's good bowling here by Baltimore, Keith Baltimore, and the captain sees now that he's consistent enough to bring the shot third man away from the back to slip, and so let's see if the consistency continues by Baltimore. Beautiful. It's a good single. Good single. Good cricket all round. Good feeling by Brandon John Baptist. And the fielder played it nicely, soft hand, Andrea, and Blackman responded quickly enough. So good cricket all round.
There has not been a ball so far from the bat for a little while. 47. So that's 48 now. Here is Baltimore into ball to.
Very good ball.
And after there is only no runs. So there's all Saints are really on top of it right now. They're really on top of what it is now. They're trying to get their act together right now because they didn't expect this to happen to them as it stands with the opening batsman.
Right.
Yeah. So here is Baltimore into bowl to. And the ball that's wide by umpire Baltimore, and so that is 49, and so they need to. All Saints now need to pull it back somewhere. Pull it back somewhere.
Whoa.
Okay, here is Baltimore. There's the one over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wicket is reacting in certain area the ball kicks.
Yeah.
You know what?
Here is and that was a dead ball signal by the umpire. And so Baltimore walks back to his mark. Never know what happened.
Umpire, the batsman wasn't ready.
Yes, I know that. So, this is Baltimore third over or fourth over? It's third over. Okay. As he top it, and this one so like about wide, and again a next wide there for the bowler. So. Still 2 overs and 5 balls for 2 overs and 5 balls for Baltimore. Just waiting to see if the last ball would come to an end. Here is the and of course they running for a second for first, and they could have got a cheaper single. Cheaper single there.
But it's good. It's good. I mean, you gotta take risks like that when the ball the fielding team is putting pressure on you. I remember hearing Ricky Ponting said he will challenge the fielder to hit the stump. So he will play the ball and run and putting the pressure on the fielder. So the fielder had to be concentrating all the way. I heard him say that. So. In other words, he's being aggressive instead of being timid.
Okay.
So he will play the ball and take on the fielder. And in this case, I think getting the single without being out, it's good on the part. Because they need to get the singles. They're not scoring the boundary, so they need to squeeze the single from somewhere. You know, so.
And here is the batsman now to bowl to. And this one is. And the ball seems to have some bunks there. Ball needs to have some bunks as it stands presently. Abdi.
And it's reacting just from a good length.
Yes, yeah. We didn't see that in the All Saints bowling.
No.
It cannot be the bowler. It got to be the wicket. I can't be critical enough to say the bowler is bowling when he's
It's just a wicket. If he's being honest. Look at some ball from Baltimore balloon over the batsman head.
And all over it, all
Yeah,
yes,
you
yeah.
know. But if you bowl it full enough, that hard length, it can be effective.
Okay, here is Andre. And Andre playing that one on the offside, but straight to the fieldsman, no runs. So the score is now. What the score is there so far? As
Just
Andre, 54. Andre now. Receive. And there's no one at all because Amos was really
alert.
alert at the bowler, but there's no one, and so here is Andre, and and they seem to be getting out of the way. He's getting out of the way.
Yeah, he's taking more evasive action.
Yeah, but he gets a single in any case.
Yeah.
And so this was 55 for the loss of, I think it's 4 wickets.
4 or 5?
4 or 5. I think it's 4.
4 wickets are down.
4, yes. Yes. And of course that's the, here is, of course you notice that's in that there's Vivian Richards American Airlines Thursday League.
T20.
T20
yeah.
Thursday League, you know.
Changes from Thursday League 35 to
30,
T20.
to 30, yeah.
20.
To 20,
20.
yeah. From 30 overs to 20.
Yeah.
20 overs.
It's very good over.
No more American Airlines. American Airlines ended their sponsorship of
long
sports
time, huh?
a long time ago. Not only cricket, but
So
sports
there's
in general.
there's a Viv Richards.
Antigua Commercial Bank, Caribbean, or ACB Caribbean,
Bank.
so we went to Thursday League T20 match.
T20, okay, match up, yeah. You know, Italian, that's not, you know, no, I'm not sure. Yeah.
I didn't know either.
Yeah?
I didn't know.
Yeah, years ago,
Yeah, it's
based on some sort of U.S. law,
okay.
American companies that have any relationship or any
Okay,
get support
alright,
from the
okay,
U.S.
alright.
government under their tax regulations and all
And
sorts of things.
that was it. That was
put
it.
a pay to all sponsorship.
That was it.
Yeah. Yeah. I happen to have learned that because I approached them once and I was told, meaning the airline, and I was told that because of some chapter this and this, that, and Congress this and Congress I, and you know, the American system, very legalistic and very congressional and so on, you know. But that's the situation.
Okay, as Andres plays the ball on the onside looking for a single.
Yes.
And of course that's breaks up to I think it's what? It is that's what's the name of the bowler there? Name of the bowler? Atenes? Atenes.
That's Atene's son.
Atenes'
Justin
son?
Atene's
Atenes'
son.
son?
Yeah,
Okay.
Justin.
Atenes bowl to Sutton.
He has some Nevis connections, Atenes. I remember a coach from the Nevis football team was indicating that he knew Jack one from him living in Nevis.
Yeah, his mother.
Okay.
Yeah. His mother from Nevis.
He's in and yes, playing the ball. going for.
Oh, that's a good throw, but he was there.
But umpire says not out. It's a very good throw. Yeah, but umpire says not out. Umpire was in the right position to see.
Yes,
to see that
very
show.
good decision made by Calvin Thomas, umpire Calvin Thomas. But there are quite a few father and son, like William Cornwall Senior and Junior. They played last week together.
Yes, yes.
Curry McGore and Ian Gore.
Yes.
They played together. And now we're seeing the umpire and bowler on the same field at the same time. Oh, that's a very well bowled. Get some bunks, but the keeper, Donna, make a mess of it. Now we're trying to correct. And also there's a player and the commentator are in the same game together. So there's so many father-son relations still active in the game, you know, and it's good. It's good.
Very good, very good. It's just that neither you and I have any sons who are involved.
It keeps
biological son, but I have so many sons who are playing that are related in terms of cricket. So maybe you might be related football-wise.
Yes.
Not biologically, but
Colin used to play Colin used to play your son?
No, in terms of coaching. In terms of coaching.
Coaching.
Oh, okay, coaching.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's good when you can give back to the sport, and then the players will look up to you for that role in their life, not just cricket.
Definitely.
You know? And so.
And that is what's the name of the batsman, the bowler now?
Atenes Francis. Tennis Francis.
Okay,
he plays for Jennings as well.
Empire.
Yeah, I know he plays for one of the teams in the ABC.
His brother played for Jennings, but he's in England now, the keeper.
Francis
brother.
Can't remember his first name.
Diari Francis, yeah.
And after this delivery, I tell you something about Diari.
As back for and they're going for two. It should be out. Oh, that's foolish. That was foolishness. Of course, that was that was already just one single in that. Right? But I think that they believe that the blade would not get the ball.
I think they're trying to take on Bruni, who think that he wouldn't get the ball back in. But kudos to Tanner, who get his boot out, because the ball will come in no man's land, so there will be an easy two. But he directed the shorter way to Bruni, and they think that he could have beaten him, and he reacted quickly.
Scorers. We have get the book down here.
So the score now is 50.
I don't think what's. Listen, hey, back down here. Yes. I know, but
yes. So the scorer didn't realize that he has to be close to us, so we can communicate with him and vice versa. So I was telling you that it's Tannis Francis, I said, Abdi.
Yes.
So Dahari is the older brother, tall wicket keeper.
Right.
So his father, Barry Francis, is the brother of Richie Francis.
Okay.
And both are goalkeepers. And he's a wicketkeeper.
Right.
So Jahar is a wicketkeeper. His father is a goalkeeper, Barry Francis from Jennings. Burns, you would have refereed matches involving Barry Francis from Jennings. And Barry's brother, Richie Francis, also a goalkeeper, basketballer.
From Villa?
From Villa.
Okay.
So you can see the genes going through to Dahari.
Single being had by Blackwood, Blackman. Played down to the Cow Corner region, fielded by Brandon John Baptist. And so the screws are being tightened by the Mahico men. And our Saints gotten a blinder of starts. From 2 overs they were 22, 3 overs they were 33. And they're struggling somewhat now. Who replaced Andre?
Andre,
Who replaced Andre? Scott.
Mossington.
Oh,
Jelani
Mossington.
Mossington. A wide, no ball signal by the
ball.
umpire.
No ball. He was bowled.
Ball
He
off,
was
no
bowled
ball.
for no ball.
And so it's a free hit.
I think about 2 weeks ago, they played against, 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Empire played against Rising Sun and Francis. He got 62 runs.
That's good going from the
Yeah.
young man. Let's hope and pray he continues in that mode.
And I know he bowls medium pace, but I never see him spin. But no,
So that's one more to the total.
yeah.
As Francis into bowl too. And this one should be out.
Very good shot played.
Should be out. No, it's
4 runs.
That looked like it was going to the fieldsman, but it just divert somewhere. And so the score move up to what time?
What's the score?
The score move up to what?
Scorer? 66? 66 for 5.
66 or 5. Got two more again here. One for the second one. Yes. Two more to the total. Two more to the total. And the game is going to be very, very good as it stands. As it stands presently.
He said 4 points game.
Yeah. Right?
How many overs so far?
So 68.
Seems as if we're in the 11th over.
68 in the 11th over.
After scoring 10 runs and over the first 3.
Yes.
Loss of wicket can do all that.
Slows the momentum, brings in a new batsman. He has to get acclimatized to the conditions, get adjusted, and wickets keep tumbling at one end. And so it's all part of All Saints' undoing so far.
One more ball. This on the ball. Yes, yeah. And that was like 2 more runs, and so it's one more run there. So it's about 70 now. As
crucial stage in the game. So about 8. And been playing obviously.
That was a good effort.
Yeah, Scott trying to make a catch of it, but it drops just short, and so he lives to fight again. Let's
see what happened.
This is 12th over, Scott Kenny. Okay, 12 over bowling. This one is hits in the air down to long on. Will he takes it? He does. So Mossington goes in the 12th over. The score now is 70. Kenny? 70 in the 12th over for 5 or 6? Or 6.
While I was making the point that All Saints were without Kadeem Josiah in the field, they're definitely missing the batting talent of Michael Haynes Dover.
I've seen some cricket play today. Can't be 10 runs scoring. You're looking for one run per ball, sorry. In scoring 200 and 125 to victory. You're going at 10 runs and over. And then you're at this stage.
I agree.
And the time and the type of out.
Necessary dismissals by the batsman, and it just goes to show that Probably the batsmen weren't.
What's the name?
Semper.
Semper.
And Semper is bold.
Oh, what again?
Semper is bold. By Atenas.
Oh, boy.